morning, everybody. Welcome back to OK Aussie with Matt and Dyan. How? How are you? My God, you look terrible. First of all, let's add some light to the situation. Bright light. Say good morning.
Morning.
Morning. Would you like a headband? Your hair's looking a little bit unruly.
Yeah, let's try to look normal.
I'll try and get one. Just 2 seconds.
I'm good at pretending to be normal.
How's that going for you?
Didn't work last night.
Right. Cloud headband.
A pink one, thank you, sir. I appreciate my favourite colour.
Pink. Indeed.
Oh,
how are you guys?
That's better.
Happy
Do
weekend.
I look better? Thank you.
It is Saturday morning, just gone 10 a.m. We've been up for an hour or
Such fun.
more, actually, a couple of hours, to be honest, since 8. Coffees have been done. Such fun. I thought we'd do a bit of a touch base after last night's dramas and events. See how much Dyan remembers. You would have, because you've seen the video. Well, if you haven't, go back and have a look at the video. Not only did we have a very significant seizure event with tonic-clonic seizures and dystonic storm, went into status epilepticus, emergency medications were applied. Just when we thought we were getting you stable, what happened?
Fire alarms.
Can you believe our luck? Can you believe our timing?
It didn't sound as loud this time for me.
Honey, you were only just coming round after
That's a
finishing
bonus.
multiple tonic-clonic
but
seizures that were ramping up in
I'm
intensity,
just
by the
saying, I
way.
didn't hear it as strong. It's nice.
Yeah, and we did apply, well, I applied the headset straight away.
That.
It was done quickly. Within like about
Downstairs,
5
I'm
seconds of the alarms going, oh shit, the
Downstairs, I'm
alarm's
like,
gone.
oh, I've got my headsets on.
Yeah.
This is good.
Because that
I wonder why I
kept
can't hear anyone talking to me.
literally in the top drawer, immediately ready for access for
do.
things like
For
that.
that very reason.
Yeah, we are prepared, luckily. But the people at home didn't see what happened at the end. They saw that the alarms came on. You saw that we went straight away into emergency evacuation mode, getting Dyan into a wheelchair when she's flopping around because you had no core strength. You were gently
I was
syncoping,
not strong enough to leave the apartment building.
putting you upright as well.
Please, if only it was 20
Heart
more
rate
minutes.
spiked straight up to 150 at that point in time. So your heart was not doing too well. You
Shocking.
had very limited choices. So I had to take the medical oxygen with us because of your oxygen levels.
Because, I mean, I don't remember how long. I don't even remember the headsets being on me until I got downstairs. So I don't know a lot about inside the apartment.
No.
Except for I remember being scared for the cats.
Yes.
I verbalised that.
I think you verbalised that from memory. I think it was in the video. Remind me if you have. Go back and have a look at the video. I think Dyan did say something about the cats and her concern, which is her natural thing.
I do remember going out to the hallway because the coolness of that air kind of brought me
It was a bit of a shock, wasn't it? Because
And,
you're running temperatures. You were running 38 degrees temperatures
That's pretty high.
on a really cold day.
And then we met our neighbour she come up and grabbed me, and so that brought me to as well.
So look, she's a lovely elderly neighbour down here who also suffers from epilepsy.
Correct.
And of course, having alarms
I know
and
how
lights
this feels,
going.
I know how this feels, and I'm like, I'm okay.
She was
I'm
disorientated.
Okay. I thought I was okay.
Confused and distressed.
And I was okay for a short time.
She didn't know where the stairs were. She was looking around. She didn't know how to escape the building. And that's really is a concern because they should have fire drills every year. If you're new to the building, you should be shown how to, in case of situations, what to do.
Jeez, these two council of owners.
I know.
What do you do?
Look, they probably provided in a huge document in an email. No one reads it.
The most important thing is, you know what? Take out the fluff from the government rubbish. Just get together and say,
common sense things.
Look, we'll have some drinks as well.
Oh,
All right,
that's
we'll
the
make
nice
it
part about
fun.
it. Yeah, fun's
make
good.
Anything fun. If you want people to learn, make it fun.
That's
But
true.
I'm just saying, like, you could have just got people together and said, right, let's have some cheese and wine, and then we'll
And
just
a
work
fire
out
drill.
how to get out of the building
Cheese
safely.
and wine and a fire drill. Well, it's funny that you said that because
Why not? Why does a fire drill have to be so serious?
Well, it's an emergency event, honey, because you don't know what's
for goodness
going
sake,
on.
Not in the fire. I'm saying fire drill.
Well, it's funny that you say that
Drill.
because
Pretend
downstairs, a lot
And
of
there wasn't even a fire.
no firefighters for you.
Electrical fire.
And well, there was a fire. There was an electrical fire.
That's
Electrical
pretty
fire
bad.
in the
That's
comms room
concerning.
on level 3, which
I
is
guess.
directly above us. It is concerning because
Above us?
things can actually spread.
What?
Above us, what's the next level
At the
above
end.
us? But it's down that hallway.
That's good.
So that's the first thing. No firefighters
not
for
for
you
my
to go
friend,
and have a
though.
good look at, but they did turn up 20 minutes later. It's like, I could have driven to the fire station and said,
20
hey guys,
minutes?
I've got some
Wow.
donuts, come down and join us. I would say that the
20
building's
minutes.
emergency alert system, which is meant to be connected, is an automated system that actually connects to the fire station. I don't think it was connected. I don't think it was operational because there is no way that it would take 20 minutes. The fire station's less than 12 minutes that direction. Like
Oh,
I said,
really?
with lights and sirens, which is what the event is, high-rise building, 52 apartments, 8 levels,
which is a lot of
over
people.
probably 120, 130 people at least expected on site.
Well, a lot of people weren't home because
Friday evening.
everyone here, like the oldies, they're rich, okay? The cars in all the car parks.
The
None of
Audis,
them-
the BMWs, the
Toyota
Mercedes.
is like we're all the poor, not the poor ones, but we're all the ones that have got the low grade cars, which is the Toyotas.
Yeah.
Everyone else has the fancy ones, the
Teslas,
Mercedes,
yeah.
the Teslas, the
Porsches, yeah, I
the
know.
BMWs.
Toyota feels a little bit left out, doesn't it?
Yeah,
a
some
bit like
really
us, really.
nice cars
Okay.
here. But I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
you know, they're probably all out to dinner in the city having a great old time.
Well, no, a lot of them were actually downstairs
having
in our
Friday
community room
yeah, we have
having
Friday
drinks.
once every Friday.
Sometimes we attend, obviously, with Diane's health and being mostly in bed, but we can't get out to do
also not our
that.
generation. They're kind of
No.
our parents'
Talking
generation.
about our
So it's
generation.
like, yeah, I love talking to them because, you know,
Yeah. The average age would be
get
75
along
to
with
80
them.
years of age in our building. It's quite an aged building as far as the
A lot of
population goes.
boomers.
A lot of boomers.
But they're lovely
It was very
boomers.
convenient for them though when the fire alarm goes off because they literally go from the community room, literally step outside, all of 10 steps, and they're outside the building. So, and they're already congregated. So for them, it was a very convenient evacuation. Not so much.
That's true, actually. I never really thought about that.
I'm sure a few of them probably brought their drinks. Go, this is lovely.
There was
Get to
some
know your
other
neighbours.
drinks.
There was, I
There
know,
was.
right?
I
They're
saw
still
someone
drinking.
with a wine glass.
Still
I
had
was
some
like,
crackers
you're
and
right there,
dip.
mate. You're having a great time.
Did you want to
But you
invite
know
us?
what?
Meanwhile, Don's having seizures at the same time.
Yeah, see, I don't remember much. Like, this is all just me now. It's the bits that I can remember.
Well, the video
Just-
recording
Oh, really?
cut off. I couldn't manage the video recording. Plus, I was trying to look after the neighbour who was disorientated and really
Yeah.
distressed. I was trying to work with Diane, who was going in and out with
I was
syncope.
hugging her too.
She was falling out of her chair.
She
Was
was
about to go
stressed.
into further seizures. I'm thinking, well, shit, how do we get out? I cannot take Diane down the emergency fire stairs in a wheelchair with oxygen concentrator, with a medical bag, supporting her, plus supporting the other person. This is a nightmare. So I had to actually go to the lifts. I checked that the lifts were operational first. Obviously, in a fire, you try and avoid lifts because if there's an electrical fire, the lifts might stop
Yeah.
operating. They are safety
Now,
rated.
in other ways, I'd be able to be assisted slowly down the stairs.
If
right?
you're cognizant, absolutely.
If I wasn't just coming out of a seizure.
Yeah. And I've thrown you over my shoulder and carried you down the stairs before, but the problem is I
Yeah.
can't carry the oxygen, I can't carry the med bag, I
Meds.
can't carry the wheelchair, and I can't support the neighbour simultaneously. It's like, what a shit show. And we don't have any support staff, do we?
No.
No.
So we still don't have support staff. We're trying to get some. So,
How's that going for you?
yeah, well, I've got 2 people that have approached me. So,
So you've gone through some
I
applications?
mean, it's difficult, guys. Like, it's hard because my issue has never been with the support workers I had. You know, it was all communication problems, and the people I live under here are wonderful, and it's actually really hard to switch because for 8 months my loyalty's been here, and my belonging has been here, and I've been quite depressed because. For many days now, because I don't have a belonging anymore. I don't know where I stand here, except for yes, this is my forever home.
And you have been quite
But,
depressed through this period of time.
Yeah, because
agree.
I loved all these people. I don't share possibly how they see things. I don't know. They seem to be negative. I don't know,
and
but they
unable
might
to
not be.
communicate. But
They might not be. Like,
for an autistic,
no one really knows.
transition
I
of
don't really know.
change is a big deal as well for you.
Yeah, it's just change. It's like these people
Change
were
from
a part of my
familiarity.
life for 8 months, and I thought they were going to be for many, many years to come. Some move on because
Yeah, there's churn rate.
retirement, or people go to different places to work. That happens, right? You can have change, but slow change. Normally, it's so. But it's not all within my control either, because businesses have to run how they can run too. So there's the other side of it too. It's like maybe the
Operational
business
side.
has to run. It's not just here that this business runs. So, you know, it might just be down to staffing issues or whatever. I don't know. I haven't been told anything yet. I'm still kind of waiting for communication because I don't know what's
But in
going
the
on.
meantime, we actually don't have the ability
But I've
to
had
wait.
to hire staff.
We need staff 24 hours a day,
Yeah.
7 days a week. So not
I
having
prefer
support staff.
I prefer in-house, but I've had to employ staff because they're both burnt out.
Well, you
They're
look at,
both so
sorry, but you
burnt
look at
out.
the last week. Last Thursday, you were having a heart attack. You had an event where we're having to get you to
Yeah.
hospital by lights and sirens with ambulance, and we're having to manage and deal with that. This Friday, we're having not only multiple seizures and dystonia, but then a fire evacuation process. And both of these major critical events we're doing without additional support staff
We just
around
don't
us.
have the support.
It's
And at the end of the day,
crazy, insane sort of stuff.
you know, we've had to rush into it. But even when you rush into it, guys, the system, I don't know about any other country, but in Australia, it's all personal businesses that you're going to. And it's really tough because, you know, and it's not their fault or our fault. They're busy with what they're already doing, and we're sort of the ones that have to start from the beginning again. And for an autistic like me, I have been doing PDA, so pathological demand avoidance. So I don't want to start something new because
and it's very difficult to negotiate you through that process because of the PDA.
I like the same. I was happy with the staff I had. I just needed to keep working through more communications of gathering more staff, and you know, my hours are going to massively increase.
Whilst we're waiting for the change of circumstances under the NDIS.
Government's kind of screwed me over with, like I said to you guys, 6 years I've lost my staff.
This is the NDIS, National Disability Insurance Scheme.
Even though we've given it back and it's
re-uploaded,
there's
supported.
No excuse for it not being.
We keep copies of
as
everything.
of right now. So my support coordinator's chasing, but once again, I can't control the government. I can't control other businesses that are busy.
Can't control variables. Yeah.
But I'm in the dark on all of these things. So I've just had to hire 2 staff. And
they both seem lovely.
It's
going to help us greatly. You've got lots of applications, which is really
they suit
keen.
my disability, which is a good thing.
I think you did well putting
complex.
A job application process out. Apart from the PDA side of things and the resistance and dealing with the frustration, because dealing with any of these sort of service platforms where you hire staff through, it's not easy. And a lot of them do cherry pick as well. So they keep their adverts up with everything, but then they cherry pick about who they want to work with, because they might only have a single slot available over here, or they don't have any availability when you actually contact.
But they're booked out as well, because you know what, it's kind of a respite thing. So if someone cancels on them, then they just go take someone else.
Exactly. So they keep their books full.
Yeah. So they keep their books full, a bit like.
So you did really well.
Teachers used to do or something. I don't know, with relief teaching.
So I'm proud of you for putting that job advert together, and because of that, and it's well written, you've then been able to attract people who now understand your support, your needs, and have contacted you, and very openly. So that's great.
It's just difficult because I don't know them, and you know, it's easier to trust when you're under people within your building and you've got other people involved in.
Well, you're pointing out yet again another struggle with autism of change and the whole transition and how you actually work through.
And it's also not really a choice of change too. Like I, you know, really wanted in-house because it's what I needed.
It's convenient. You look at the situation last night. If it's in-house supports that are available 24/7, they're should be immediately there to help you in an emergency event such as an evacuation. Which we had to do ourselves, which we're organised to do because we take responsibility and we're trialed and practiced in this approach. Get their
butt together.
Oh, the NDIS.
To give me that, because
they are such a broken government thing.
I know that that's what they'll give me.
Yeah.
But now I don't have anyone to give it to, because where does someone sleep or rest when I'm not needing them? And they're just monitoring.
We are going to work through all of those things.
Do you know what I mean? It really sucks, but I hope that things change.
You pointed out the NDIS, sweetie, just then too. And look, part of this change of circumstances, when did you submit the change of circumstances? And
January.
urgent. back in January of this year.
August.
In February, you went to hospital for urology.
You've skipped what's happened
I'm
downstairs.
going to come back to that. I'm going to come back to it because it actually ties in. I'm going to explain how it ties in.
Okay.
So you went to hospital in February for urology, but instead spent 6 days for neurology. They did a urgent escalation towards the NDS as well.
They stole me.
One of the things that Dyan's looking for is a tilt and space wheelchair, a wheelchair that inclines and lays fully flat, which is really important for her to be able to manage seizures, syncope, dystonia, orthostatic intolerance.
And I think it's a brilliant.
How would that help you last night? Coming back now.
Yeah.
You were slipping out of the wheelchair downstairs. I don't know if you're aware of this because you're so out of it. You were falling out. I was struggling to hold you in, holding your head at the same time because you're going through dystonia with axial tilt. You're having full rigid tonic-clonic seizures. The lovely lady, Francine, who's 76, was also trying to help contain you so that you're not falling out of your wheelchair onto the ground in an environment where we're trying to manage 3 sets of tonic-clonic seizures. Now, here's the thing that you may not be aware. I had to give you an additional dose of midazolam, emergency ASM medications, which I never do. Okay,
I've
never had to have 2 sets of midazolam in a period, and that's how bad the seizure sets up. But what do you expect?
Is it the noise?
Multiple things. You're right.
My brain go,
You've got loud noise blaring. You've got flashing lights. You've got the cold environment of a temperature shock.
Freezing outside.
Freezing cold, and you're running high temperatures. Orthostatic intolerance. Your heart rate had just shot up from 60 to 150, and it was just staying there in tachycardia. So your bodies went into shock, and that's why I went into more seizures. And I'm thinking, shit, we need ambulance here, not plus fire brigade. So that's why.
And in Australia, guys, we don't have our fire people.
They don't bring paramedics with them.
And have paramedics as well, which is absolutely stupid, Australia.
Yeah, they're a separate service.
Because
fire,
during
police,
an
ambulance.
emergency, people like me, seizure patients with your flashing lights of fire trucks, does not help.
Do you remember I had to position you? So when the fire trucks did arrive, 20 minutes later.
I remember doing this. So yeah, I remember the fire trucks.
I repositioned
Dyan
to use a half wall to block it so that the flashing lights are not directly in line of sight, but they're still partly behind.
Like there's so much.
We did carry sunglasses as well. You had your headsets on, but I'm sorry, even with the headsets, and you would have heard it in the video, go back and look at the video, that noise is designed to wake the dead. That noise of the alarm klaxon is designed to make sure you're all...
you were showing me the videos so I could see all the bits I missed,
right? Last night,
And my poor Max, I mean,
Max,
Willow's used to it because
cat.
of our... we've had so many tests. We have
fire alarm drill monthly.
Test, not drill, test.
Test, yeah.
They don't actually take us in and out.
They should.
Every month.
Once a year,
but like they do the sound of it. So Willow is just like, another one? You know, he doesn't care. But Maxie, and he's not scared of anything. He's our brave one.
He's the adventurous ragdoll cat.
But he was like watching TV, and I was, because he was on my lap, and I was like, it's okay, it's only on the TV.
It's only on the TV.
Poor thing. He was like,
he was missing out. He wanted to come with us. It's like, no, mate, you got to stay here.
Really? Oh, dear.
You got to stay. You got to look after Willow and the birds. Right.
We will
be back in a moment.
Because
exactly, I do worry about that because of the loud, sudden, sharp noise can affect certain sensitive
animals.
animals.
But they all did well.
They did. They're all doing really well this morning, the birds and the cats. They were loving on you when you returned. They were concerned about you.
The cats.
The cats, absolutely. When we came back in and finally came back from downstairs, they were very glad to see you.
Aww.
Yeah, they really were, to be honest. So that was a good thing. But you know what was really nice downstairs is the community that we've built by being here for a number of years already. You had multiple people checking in on you. They were coming up. They were trying to talk to you.
I know our neighbour one because
she stayed with you the entire time.
We were just like
she was embraced because, like I said, she's an epileptic. She knows what it's like to have seizures.
Which was
she
kind of
was
nice
distraught as well.
And
so I put her into a practical task. I wanted you to look after Dyan. So she was able to refocus her attention.
Okay. It's okay. We're all okay. Guys, we're just sick of trauma. We're just so sick of trauma. We don't have any support.
Give us a break.
I'm not talking about paid support. I'm talking about people that just care.
Yeah, who do the right thing.
Just from the heart.
Correct. And that's why I think really I felt good about you. You probably were very unaware because you were out of it with syncope, you're out of it with
I don't
seizures,
remember
you're
anything
out of it
downstairs.
with medications trying to talk to
I don't
people.
remember anything
But I had to
downstairs.
medicate. There was an emergency situation. I
I
had
don't
no
remember
choice.
any.
And obviously, I'd just given you pain relief before going out too, so it was really good timing.
Yeah, I had some tramadol. So I
But
was in
you had
pain before the
multiple
seizure.
people who were coming up
Or was
to
it-
checking on you.
Did I have my
you
pain
had,
relief
you had
before the
CBD?
seizure?
Correct. No. So the pain was actually
See, I
the
don't remember.
pre-ictal impetus going into the seizures.
Because guys,
I was about to
all
give
I
it to you.
remember is saying, "Oh, I want 3 drops of
Tramadol.
tramadol." I'm
Yeah,
in
it's
a
a liquid
lot of pain,
medication.
and I was also talking to you about. I said, with everything that's happening, I feel really depressed.
Mm-hmm.
But it was before a seizure, guys. You get this doom and gloom.
It's the predominant, yeah.
It's the pre-ictal,
Mm-hmm.
and obviously it was that, not true feelings. But I'm autistic, okay? Well, that's the thing. I don't know what's
And
what.
interoception, you don't know
But
what's going on with your
I
internal
just feel
states
really,
and feelings.
I said, not really depressed, but down.
Yep.
Really, really down. Because of everything that's been going on. And then I said, I'm in a lot of pain. Can I have 3 drops of tramadol? That's all I remember.
Exactly, because then you're starting to go
And then the
offline
alarms.
cognitively very, very quickly
The alarms,
at that stage
and then
too.
thinking, oh, I can't do that. That's what I remember thinking.
Yeah.
Was I can't do that. And I don't remember
Anything
anything much downstairs.
Which is good. I'm really glad because you were 40 minutes.
Except for in the hallway.
40 minutes outside, Francine.
Yeah, the short time with her that we were in the hallway.
Yeah.
If it was short, I don't know. Sense of time for me, I can't trust myself with that.
No, it was about 30 seconds in the hallway. But like I said, Francine
Felt
was disorientated,
Okay, so basically,
distressed.
I remember
didn't
that
know where the
bit
stairs
the
were.
clearest.
Took it with us.
And then after that, I just don't remember
Correct.
much
Because
at all.
I literally only just got you down to the ground floor, out of the foyer, around the band. Didn't even get down the disability ramp, and you're already going into seizures yet again, and that's where I had to secure you and then actually protect you through multiple seizures, remedicated you at that point on. The dystonia was strong, your heart rate, like I said, lucky you're wearing your pulse oximeter so we can keep an eye on you. I had the oxygen concentrator, but like I said, the nice thing was the community. There was a lot of people, I'd
That's
say at
really
least 10
nice.
of the community who kept coming in, checking
Don't
on you.
remember
And then
who
even
came
towards the end of
or-
it, came up and was starting to have conversations. Now, of course, when you're very heavily medicated, coming out of a seizure post-ictal, after the seizure phase, cognitively, you're a bit offline, you're a bit spacey, your brain's not quite there. I'm not
I just
surprised
hugged
after all that you've been. You're hugging everybody. You're hugging the fireman. I said, look, let the fireman go.
Did not.
I'm kidding. But you were doing very well.
I didn't even get to see the fireman, man.
No.
Normally,
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, if I'm not in a seizure, guys, where's the fireman's calendar? Do I get a free one?
Cheeky little monkey you are, aren't you?
Do I get a free one?
The free one?
Is it for free?
For free?
For people with disability? No? I'll pay.
I'll pay.
How much are they?
I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
But at least they got there in the end, and they were very supportive, and we're able to go back into the building. But of course, being a person with disability,
How long were we out there?
we still had to wait some time because we had to allow everybody else to flood through.
Which is, you know
running up
what?
2 lifts and
No,
get
but
up.
think about like modern society.
I know.
Who should have gone up first?
I know.
The elderly.
Yep.
And the disabled.
Yeah. People don't think. They're in their own mindset
Yeah.
these days. And I think it was Willow from Tasmania who's in the comments recently who actually has expressed what community has changed like
Yeah,
quite
she's
considerably.
So spot on.
And you know what? I think you're very right there. And do check out the other comments on our channel.
Some
Engage
very
with
wise people.
our community. Don't forget to give them a like, even respond to their comments because we do have the community section there for a reason. I do like comments from people like Helen, Suzanne also. Both of them actually ironically have said most recently
What?
about, gee, you've got more evidence to get the tilt in space wheelchair. It's like, we've got evidence up the wazoo.
You're so right.
I mean,
like, thanks
you're
for
right,
saying it because we don't
because
think of that.
It's so necessary.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Last night I needed it. NJS.
Yeah. And,
Okay, can you just get your paperwork done?
and it was ironic.
And I need my extra supports. Seriously.
You do. And
Don't give it to me when I'm dead.
the other part of the irony, and this was just before
I'm not
your
dying.
seizures
I'm not
started
going
at
to
5
die.
o'clock.
Nope.
I was engaging with the hospital just after 4 o'clock, having to respond back to the operations manager, the person who actually
Yeah,
does
they
all
overbooked
the
me a bit.
bookings. And Diane has got a lot of appointments, clinic appointments coming. She can't do that. She can't go in person. She can't, who's mostly bedbound, go to the hospital,
doing it
travel,
again.
sit up in mass
Don't
waiting
have
rooms,
much, yeah,
get
my
the specialist appointment, do all
children's
these radiology and pathology. But you're right, again, you don't have the tilt in space, we don't have the medical oxygen cylinders, we don't have the defibrillator. How do we transport her safely and manage her in the hospital environment? So luckily they're working with Dyan to actually provide telehealth appointments for some of the ones. Things like the general medicine, what's the other one called? I'm trying to think of the name. Can't remember the name. There's another clinic again which they're going to do by telehealth, but there's a couple of other appointments. I'm sorry that we've had to actually cancel,
My
postpone, and reschedule.
epidemiologist.
No, it wasn't an epidemiologist. No, it was.
Who else?
She's got 24 specialists. How am I meant to remember every one of them? Did you have less? Do less.
Epidemiologist.
No, it's the one that does.
Vascular.
No, it wasn't vascular. That's been postponed. Dietitian's been postponed. Well, so they actually need to sort out the cause. What's causing the edema?
The dietitian, they forgot to put it telehealth, so they put it in person. On that. So that's just a mistake. That's
my goodness.
Another admin error. Government.
They're a bit slow on
Government. How many more admin errors are you doing? You pick on businesses that are private for doing it, but you're a little hypocritical.
Oh, you didn't see this yesterday.
Little hypocritical.
You didn't see this yesterday.
What?
There were 2 separate articles in the media.
Yeah.
About your. Dyan's been centralised to the one major Perth hospital
about
from
hospital?
7 separate hospitals.
Oh no,
it's
not
now,
about my hospital again.
There were 2 separate articles in the media.
You're getting a lot of bad attention.
Absolutely.
Should
First
I really
of all,
be there?
do you know?
They're going to kill me.
One of the reasons why I didn't call an ambulance yesterday was because of this article that came out, because they were alerting to the fact for that day, yesterday, the worst ramping of ambulances at this hospital. They would be doing bypass and things, but then they've got
they should always.
But then they don't have records and information about you and cross. The hospitals don't talk. Their systems aren't integrated.
Oh my goodness!
So the article had come out that
the
hospital ramping was the worst ever since
COVID. Computer database?
Back in that period of time, so they weren't handling that. So I'm thinking
they're
definitely managing this at home.
Mr. Bill
And
Gates.
you know what the other article was? And I'm thinking, how old is your hospital? It's pretty new, isn't it?
Yes, very new.
Okay, so the article was about the amount of old equipment that the politicians are promising going that they need to now change out because it's old and expired and outdated and how then I'm thinking, God, can our WA health system please just get your shit sorted out?
That should be my hospital.
But that's the thing. That's the major Perth hospital that we've got to use. So we're saying this
Perth is the major hospital.
No, that's aged as well. That's got mothballs. So this is the context of some of the information and why we take actions in our own hand, why we have a medical situation, why we have to look at things at home.
He doesn't know how to get up. He doesn't know how to get up.
Does know how to get up.
Hello, Dad.
Hi, gorgeous. Kiss on the nose.
It's
not a wet nose.
Say hi, everybody.
Yes. So you didn't really remember much of what happened yesterday, did you? Which I think is probably a good thing.
Not much in general.
Because it's not a comfortable thing to be in.
We didn't watch much TV for long. We both crashed pretty quick.
We were exhausted. It's such a... I've woken up with a bit of a migraine this morning.
Let's watch your head on the camera.
Don't plonk your head,
if you
big
see
boy.
Some ears,
oh, that's
Batman.
Some ears. It's
No, it's Batman.
It's Bat-Cat. Hello.
It's Batman. It's Batman.
It's a bit scary, this one, isn't it?
Are you Batman?
He's waiting for muffin. Are you ready for Daddy's breakfast muffin? I'll get you some muffin in a moment, big boy.
I'm not an eating cat.
I'm Batman. You're Robin.
No, you don't have the ears.
Well, that's true. He has got the ears. Look at this. He is so gorgeous.
He's a bat, but he's a cat.
Oh, licky.
Lick? He's licking your breakfast.
Yeah, he wants muffin. It's time for muffin, isn't it?
He's probably checking to see if there's any muffin on there.
How physically are you feeling this morning? Because I know you woke up very slowly. You seem to be quite a lot of pain. I saw you struggling.
I am just quite concerned because my first heart event, I kept waking up in the mornings with numb limbs.
Yep.
And it's happening again. And the hospital is just not acting fast enough. And being 20Q cardiac is our taker. It is our...
The primary cause of mobility for people with 22Q 11.2 deletion syndrome, 41.5 years of age, is cardiovascular.
I'm finding it sort of difficult because I wake up and of course overall, because of my heart, I don't feel well. I
No.
feel very weak. Since the second event, I'm just struggling even more. I can barely move. I can barely.
So it's more fatigue, it's more pain, the fevers are still there.
The fevers, we don't know where it's coming from, and no one's working through it. The hospitals they'll take 10 years at this pace.
Well, your
find out.
primary care physician,
except for the general physician, maybe can.
Your primary care
something.
physician has suggested massive IV antibiotic treatments for 2
Yes.
weeks straight.
Which is a private
But
thing,
it's
which
private.
does work.
It's not under the public system, so it's not under the PBS pharmaceutical benefit system. It's not under Medicare.
I mean, how
which
much
means
is it? It's probably thousands.
Oh, you're talking about thousands of dollars.
Thousands.
So that's not available to Dyan being a public patient. So we're reliant on the hospitals who probably won't do the same sort of protocols and pathways to actually manage or treat, sadly. But what an event. This weekend, we're now going to have to relax and recuperate, recover.
It's going to be a chill weekend because it looks like I've got 2 support workers I'm meeting this week, which...
That's a big thing.
It's not an easy situation because I feel uncomfortable about it because that's not what my plan was for 8 months. And then also new people.
Yeah, so deviation, change of routine, transitions.
I already feel just
new stuff again.
Traumatized with medical, and then even last night just
emergencies,
having a fire evacuation during a seizure or just after a seizure, what do you want to call it? I don't know, but I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the trauma. I've got so much fear, and that's part of 22Q. But all of what's happening to me is just tapping into fear. Yeah. I'm scared. Absolutely. I'm scared of my future. I'm scared of this hospital keeping me alive, whether they're capable, whether they want to.
Absolutely. And this is also one of the things why you need 24/7. If I was out, what
so
happened if I was gone for a run around the block,
or gone to the chemist,
pharmacy, shops, whatever?
You might have popped to the chemist like you have done.
How's Dyan meant to manage this? A, either the seizures were sudden onset. B, evacuating herself. She can't even open the front. She can't open the front door of her apartment by herself.
You know what I would have done? I would have literally sat at the front door behind the fire door with my headsets on.
Yep.
There's no way alone I would have gone out of this apartment.
No.
And I guess if there's smoke, I would have been on the balcony.
Correct.
I'm just not the kind of person to manage a situation like that on my own.
No, but how distressing. I mean, I saw, and you didn't see it because you're so out of it, but just seeing the other neighbour again, an elderly lady, 76, with epilepsy herself, she was so distraught, so disorientated.
Well, I'm glad
that's
I
so stressful.
Hugging her then,
you know what I mean?
I hope that
it helps. It helps both of you.
So.
Yeah, it gave her a purpose and something to refocus her attention and distract her away from the distress.
I could hear her voice mostly. My
she was shaking. She just didn't know what to do.
Not really there, but I know her voice well, so it was like I knew it was her.
Yeah.
But I'm just tired of trauma, guys. Like I said to Sir last night, as we chatting after the event, I said, how much trauma have we been through in the last 5 years?
Yeah.
Guys, we don't come from, I guess, like backgrounds where I know as a certain age group child until my mum's 3rd marriage and everything was much more stable from age 12 onwards in the sense of my life. Right, that's probably the most stable of my childhood. I guess, even though it's not like it was perfect. I was very isolated and ignored, and my mum and my dad both remarried, moved on, had more kids. I felt left behind, and so, but from up to 12. There was a lot of trauma, but then I was fine after that. Being an autistic and left to your own devices, you cope quite well, don't you? We have a superpower like that. You get into your hobbies and your special interests, and you just, and I had some really great friends. I was very good at one-on-one, and then like in our years together, as much as we did it hard, we always had a great time through each even hard
Absolutely.
experience. Like I know,
Always been a
you
good
know,
time.
when the kids were young, like my school friends were just so wonderful. You know, they would help me. They'd come over and help play with the kids, and we'd have fun, and you know, do things that so that I wasn't missing out. Because of course, not that I cared. I'm not a nightclubber. I'm not someone that would be, you know, that type of young one that's like, yeah, let's go to the nightclub and the pub every weekend. I'm not that kind of person. Being autistic, I guess I'd go every now and then.
Homebody, yeah.
I'm more of a homebody, that kind of person. But all our life, even if things have got hard, we've also had the ability to get out of things well, because I've been able to work on and off with my disability and study, and you know, you were able to work and help care for me because you were younger. Now you're getting older and you've got your own health issues. So it's like I'm frustrated with, and then also Australia's gone down
to the dogs.
Down. I don't even know what to say, except for I keep, like, whenever I think of my grandfather Kettle, and I think of just Denmark, you know, and being told,
south,
you know, you go to the beach and, you know, my grandfather would be like, you know, you're in the lucky country, you know, you're always going to be safe and secure and your life is going to be good. And I think that's what he felt so proud of in his life. And he should have been, he's passed now, but like he should have been, because he brought his family to a great country. But the truth now is it a good country? Is it a lucky country? In some ways, yes, and in some ways, majorly, no. So it's a mixed bag, yes. Nothing's black and white, but if he knew what I was going through now, he'd be gutted to think of how hard he worked.
Yeah, and especially in areas that are controlled by our government, which is elected by the people, meant to be working for the people. When you look at education,
everything's just gone downhill.
Medical with hospitals and health, disability,
Schools
aged
are
care.
Appalling. And I'm not talking about just the education levels that they're lacking in. It's the allowing them to behave with swearing and stuff. It's like my simple thing with my kids and how I grew up. If you're not an adult, you cannot swear.
Yeah, have respect.
And even when you're an adult, if you swear in front of your elders, that is disrespectful. It's just so simple.
Yeah.
It really is that
the morals
simple.
and the values and the belief system seems to have demised. And again, that's something that Willow on the comments was also talking about as well.
My grandfather would be like, wow, like, because when he suffered he was just as medically complex as me. He had a lot of issues.
Funny about the genetics.
50, from 50 onwards. So he would be relating to me quite a lot. He would be very understanding, because he'd be like, I've been where you've been. I know what you're going through. And he'd be devastated, because it was probably hard for him when things were good.
Correct.
Let alone now.
But we've seen the health system in demise. And, you know, like I said, the articles in the media just only yesterday, which informed my decision about even calling an ambulance, it really puts concerns when the hospital system, the health system's at such stress points and is failing. But we got through last night,
and we're
again,
alive,
by ourselves. But do we need the stress?
Fine.
No, we don't need the stress.
No, and the apartment's okay.
Yeah.
And
animals are okay.
No, we don't
you're
need
safe.
the stress. Like, I think what the biggest thing that upsets me is I don't understand why I'm going through so much all the time. I'm sick and tired of drama.
Absolutely.
I'm sick and tired
you want
of bad
stability.
things, trauma.
You want things just to be
I can't
pleasant.
stand it anymore.
Consistent.
Can't stand it anymore.
Yeah, routine. And routine's everything when you're autistic.
Yeah.
It really is.
And familiar people.
I know.
What I mean.
And starting over again and over again.
Trying to work out who I can trust and not.
Like, trust.
That's just so hard for me.
If you guys also struggle with the trust side of things, I'd love to hear your stories in the comments below, because I think it's very relatable. It's a modern day
problem.
Yeah.
It's a modern day problem.
And particularly when you're vulnerable. If you're an autistic or you're a person with disability, you're put in a more diminished position and you're reliant on other people just to be there and to do those right actions.
No choice.
You know what I mean? It's life saving.
Yeah, it's a bit like with this, you know, my change of circumstances, as you guys all know. It's like, guys, like, you can't get out of this extra care hours that I have to have. You know, I'm, you know, in massive need long time ago and didn't get it, because you know why? I'm the kind of person that, and it's not a bad thing, but sadly for my own sake when I do need it, is I only used to take what I felt I needed so that other people could get something. Because I do believe if I'm not taking as much, that others are getting something.
It relieves
right?
stress on the system.
But right now, I need this. This isn't like getting it ready for, you know, soon, which sometimes that's how they do it for people, is they do it because they know it's coming up.
Yeah, building up.
But like for me, it's like I needed it, and even at the AAT they said it, you know, we're concerned about your lack of support hours for your condition. And I rejected all of it because I was like, I was traumatized from just moving house to a horrible place with druggies around me and all the rest of it.
Exactly.
So,
again, a terrible experience under SDA.
And I was just like, no, I'll just have the supports I've got now, hours, that's fine.
Yeah.
You know, whereas now I need 24/7. So does my support coordinator understand that. She understands that too. And so do you, because even though you're here, it's not, guys, I know some people don't understand, but most of you do. You're not responsible for me 24/7. That's the government cheating. They are ruining our,
of the informal support system.
connection we should be having with each other.
The
rather
relationship
than
compared to being a carer.
Yeah, like you're burning out more and more.
I've burnt out.
Don't get to take time out because of their actions. You know, needing overnights and things like that is very much what you need.
I'll just have a good night's sleep for the first time in 10 years. Would be nice to be able to go, hey.
That's why I need the care hours, because he can't be a 24/7 carer. No one's allowed to be a 24/7 carer if they're paid.
Correct.
So,
but I am meant to be.
You know what?
Make that make sense. I'm not paid.
Can you bloody well get your shit together and realise that informals don't make them overwork, man? Because guess what their allowance is that they get paid? Majorly below poverty line. And most of it gets spent on my medicine.
Correct. That's where we can't actually afford half the medications that Dyan should be on. That's why we can't afford
and
out of pocket to buy emergency equipment. I can't afford to buy a
bad.
defibrillator. Even though a personal defibrillator might only be $350. I don't have $350 in my back pocket to go, let's pay for that right now.
Well, just this
Medical
year,
oxygen, probably $1,500.
But just this year, guys, on a pension, just this year, when you move house, there's always changes of things you've got to get, right? But that's not the main thing. We've had a car that's cost us $1,700.
Of course it would, at the wrong time.
At the beginning of coming in here. Then we had a $1,000 laptop we had to get because the one that we had for 8 years, which was $400.
8 years we had kept it.
It was a $400 laptop, student laptop.
Yeah.
It was one of our spares.
Kept it alive.
We'd gone through all of the other ones we had.
Yeah.
But, oh my goodness.
But you need a laptop to be able to engage with the health system and the disability system and the Centrelink system.
And we still need
to
now invest in a printer, but we
can't afford a printer. So I go, I have to leave to go down to Officeworks to get printing done. So that's also an encumbrance. Just because I can't, it's not so much the cost of the printer, it's the cost of the consumables. Paying for the ink and the change of ink's expensive. We can't afford that, and yet we need to have things printed out.
And you know what? It's government
for hospital and NDIS.
People that make you do that unless their forms are online.
Yeah.
But a lot of their forms aren't online, and it's like they should be sending it to us in the mail. It's
they
like,
should be.
Guys,
they should be digital signing.
do you know how poor we are?
Signatures. I know.
Like you guys are the ones that pay us the money. You know how much you pay us.
Exactly, not much.
Do the math.
Before we wrap up, I'm just wondering, is there any lessons that we've learned? Because I always like to debrief and review a situation to say, how can we improve? So are there any lessons after last night?
I've learned that disability in Australia is seen as like we are just the undesirables.
The unwashed.
And just no one cares.
Yeah.
They're just thinking of their life.
None of the systems do what they actually purport and say that
they're
going to actually do they?
Their job is all is, and that's how it feels to me. Everyone's just in that mode. It's how I see the world.
Key learnings for me.
And it makes me sad because I feel like I'm on an island on my own. And
you do. That's very isolating.
No, but especially lately, I've had 8 months of familiar people around, and I've lost that sense of belonging.
Yep, the rug's been pulled from underneath your feet.
I've got nothing, and I don't have that sense of belonging.
Now, some people.
And Maslow's hierarchy of needs.
That's it. Psychology. You understand that.
Food, air,
Very
and
important.
water.
Very important. Some people in the comments might also ask, well, could we have
And shelter.
stayed in place
Sorry.
during the emergency? And that's always an option that I've got because we've got a fire door on the front of the building. It's rated for a number of hours.
But
But
the stair thing needs to say, I would recommend you say to Christina to tell the people that
the coup, yeah, it needs to be
it
more
needs
clearly
to say
advised.
staircase,
Emergency evacuation
stairwell,
staircase.
stair something. Like, I'm sure they're at
For an
Bunnings.
elderly person not to realise what it is,
Yeah.
it's in a
I
confused
think that
state.
would be, and
Makes
I'm sure
difference.
they sell them at Bunnings. The little stick-on thing where it says
Yep.
stairwell.
For us,
staircase,
the point that I was
whatever.
going to make is we could have stayed in place, but here's the differential. I've got an alarm literally within 2 meters away from Dyan. It is blaring. Now, even with the over-ear protections, it's not cutting it, and Dyan's affected by that noise. That's the noise that's also with the blaring light, flashing light, stimulating more seizures. So whilst that's going on straight for 45 minutes,
Why?
it'll be causing her to have seizures. How do I can't get an ambulance team up into the building in a fire evacuation process because it's an emergency. They can't enter into the building until it's cleared by the fire brigade. So I couldn't call an ambulance to get here to help support and protect Dyan during that. So how do I manage that? I had to have a decision where I had to take Dyan out of his room and take the equipment with me. So that's
would
part
you
of that.
take the oxygen cylinders with you with the
Yes.
fire?
Absolutely. That's why I took the oxygen
Fire,
concentrator.
oxygen cylinders.
No, it's perfectly fine. If you want to throw them into the middle of a fire, different story. But yes, it's okay in that regard.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's why we've got the oxygen concentrator. But that's part of answering some of the questions around all of that. Do we have everything that we need? Look, we're pretty organised. We can get out of here pretty quickly.
So, yeah.
We did
the
well.
only thing is, I mean, our car's in the basement, guys. There's 2 car parks, ground and basement. Ours is in basement.
Yeah.
That might be difficult. But because I said to Sir, like, sometimes it would have been better if we actually got in the car and drove off, but the electronic gates and things and getting down to the basement, getting stuck down there.
You could be stuck in the basement.
Anything
We can't
like that,
evacuate
right?
from the basement.
There is a stairwell probably though.
There
but
is,
I'm just
but
saying,
it's going
like,
upwards with you. It's different going down.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, in an emergency, adrenaline does kick in, and
Ooh,
you know,
sure does.
I would probably injured and very, very sore. But it would be possible.
Sure, but
You know.
yesterday you look at 40 minutes you're
Yesterday,
outside.
not so much.
You probably remember 5 minutes of it if
Yesterday
you're
I need
lucky.
to be put in a cherry picker.
Yeah.
Just
So
chuck me
context,
in the little, you know, the little barrel
comfortably
thing.
being out of it.
Chuck her in.
Yeah, chuck her in.
Up, she's in.
She's in.
Drop it down.
Drop her down. Take it down,
Because
Steve.
you know what? Obviously,
Yeah.
Mr. Albanese, I'm just a dog.
Honey.
No, you treat me like it, Mr. Albanese.
That's our
I'm sick and tired of paperwork to get a bloody wheelchair. I'm sick and tired of begging for the carers that your people already said I need. This is just ridiculous.
What else do you have to do?
The paperwork is... I don't have the time, okay? I'm slowly dying. We don't know how long. That's a good thing. But can you just stop this crap, Mr. Albanese, with this pretending?
Yeah.
And also, there's people on the system that aren't as in need, and they have to understand and triage because, or set up a separate system for them where you can support them. Never leave people without support. I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is, there was actually a psychiatrist that actually said this in the news a long time ago, and I still think they're right. There needs to be a separate system for mental health because that is a different needs in the system anyway.
It's funny what you say
you don't
that.
need the wide doors, you don't need the hoisting, you don't need there's a lot of things, right? And there's different ways you can do things for them, and they have different needs, and I have different needs. You need to separate.
So I'm going to answer that question. They're only just talking about that in the last week or so, about being able to triage new applications under the NDS in the situations of reapplications or changes of circumstances. So they're only just now, and the NDS has been going for 8+ years, only just now talking about, we should triage and put some...
Yeah, but they can't, what they can't do though is, I agree with that, but what I will say to people who are missing out, that's bullshit too. You should not be missing out. There should be another system that they put you into before they put you off this system or before they don't allow you on this system. So, Mr. Albanese, accept, like it has been for many, many years, that 20% of your population is always going to be like
Yeah,
this.
20% of the
Okay?
Australian population has
Just
got
show
disability.
some respect. Where's the morals and values of? Then again, there is no religion, is there? But you're not promised a disease-free life.
Yeah.
Okay? And some of us, and if it was you, Mr. Albanese, if it was you would want something to be, you know, reasonable for this and this and this and this of your needs. Okay? So listen to Senator Jordan Steele and understand that a lot of your homeless are actually people who have probably very much a physical disability.
Yeah, most of them actually do, to be honest. Guys, as we wrap up today's episode, wish for us to have I'd like to say a day, I actually want a week of no stress.
Weekend.
No emergencies,
I want
no
positivity.
crashes,
Can we
nothing.
have something positive happen?
I want to have
That'd be
fun.
nice.
I would like to actually be able to read a book, watch a TV show with you, play a game.
I know.
Not do medical emergencies or evacuations or deal with health and India system. So wish us positive.
I don't want much pain.
Fingers across. But we do have some transitions for you. You've got 2 new staff starting this week. You've got a primary care physician appointment, which is an hour and a half. So that's long. You've got a general medicine appointment at the hospital clinic this week.
I'm okay for all of this week because...
And I've got to find some time to get your 5 CT scans. You've got 5 separate CT scans that have to be done.
Well, slow them down, buddy.
I know, right? I've got to fit and slot all this in.
I think we'll do the heart one first.
Yeah.
Naturally.
Not
much point checking on the sore wrist, which the wrist is actually improving.
Oh, that's good.
So, you know, hold on that one. But yeah, I think we'll do the heart first.
Yes.
Because, you know, there's no point worrying about stupid injuries.
If the heart's not working.
If the heart's not working.
That makes sense. But, you know, that's the doctor's got to make sense of that one too. I agree. Big thumbs up of encouragement. It's going to be a good weekend. We're going to make a great weekend out of it. I thought we'd fill in the gaps of what happened late last night.
I hope you're having a happy weekend is what I mean. Because I don't see a happy weekend except for an exhausting weekend. But that's not a bad thing. I'll take it. Because you know what? I'm at the bottom of the barrel.
Well, there's only one way up.
The only way is up from here.
It's definitely one way is up, guys.
Okay, so
can't go any further down.
There's nothing else that can happen except for homelessness.
Please don't say that, touch wood.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that can happen.
Yeah. Okay, let's not wish that upon us. No, positive things. Okay, positive things. Comments, questions, ideas and suggestions, leave them below.
You are having a good
if you're new to the channel, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe. Please hit the notification bell so you can see when our content drops. And share, engage in your community. It's your community as much as us. Build on those connections and we'll see you in another video real soon. Bye for now.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.